This is for the whole house of Israel. This is for the whole house of Israel. Not one nation left out who defiled their palm. You go and buy weapons of mass destruction from the United States and every other nation. You build up a military force for what you got from the United with weapons you got from the military forces of the United States nation to kill your own brother and everybody in your land. Your food chain will be cut off. The Tigris River will be dried up. The Euphrates River dried up. You will be brought low to the earth. That man that you claim to be your enemy, he is coming after you, and he is going to take and show you his dark side because you didn't hold your integrity towards God. God's going to curse the United States of America. He's going to curse his food chain. And when his food chain and his God can't deliver him, he's going to, out of hate, he's going to come against you because you should never have abandoned the law of Moses. This is what I'm talking about. You have no God on your side when you go against the God that brought your fathers out of Egypt. He took them there. He brought them out under the name of Abraham. Israel don't count. The people who call themselves, you're not Abraham's seed. You're not. In any other nation, take on the law of democracy, you are not Abraham's seed. You will be cut off. Only them that hold their integrity toward their God and toward the law of Moses and obey that law of Moses, through his faith in God, he will live. But that man who take on that law of democracy, he is an abominable branch, and he will be cast far from that seed. God sent me to tell you this, and this is what I'm telling you. I live by the law. I live by the spirit of Moses. Let me show you here in Bible prophecy, the United States of America. How can the people of the United States be so dumb and be blind? You can't see this here. I didn't write this here. I didn't write this book. This book been here 2,000 years. This is called the Holy Bible. This is what I call it's called the Holy Bible. Let me hold this up to you. This says the Holy Bible. I didn't write this book. This book is 2,000 years old. You can't say I'm against America. You can't tell that lie. I can't be against America. God is against America, who is the greatest God of man. Go to your book in this Bible and look at the prophecy of Ezekiel. These are not my words. This is the prophecy of Ezekiel chapter number 1. Let's go here. This is the space here. How many times you going to look at this and read this and the prophecy of Ezekiel, and not know this? This is spelled out good. I just took it and draw the image of what I saw in the book. You seen it. It's been there 2,000 years. How can you say this is not in there and you done read this book over and over again and didn't understand this is a space here? This is what going to happen during the flight of the spaceship. You know, you got people running around trying to make moves in hand, and the God's judgment is upon us. Do you not know what these earthquakes are happening for? Do you not understand what this abnormal cold weather pattern stands for? We're in judgment. World War III is going on right now, and we're looking for health care, and we're fighting in the midst of World War III. And these people up here ignorant don't even know where we're standing by the cross. My God, when are you going to wake up? When are you going to put down your ways and quit looking for a miracle and get that Bible and start studying it? How long can God send a man here and speak to these ignorant peoples and you don't listen? We're in the midst of a World War III. How ignorant could you be looking for prosperity and you ain't going to have no more? How can you continue to look for some water to drink and there is no water? My God, who did he send me here to speak to? The devil is still after me, and I've been continually telling you this, but yet you're going on looking for a miracle and there is no other miracle. You're looking for water in the well, and the well have ran dry, and you still out here looking for something. And they're still persecuting God's people for no reason at all. The guilty is persecuting the guiltless. When you go and you take people's land, the thief is taking land, and he's prosecuting the people that act out against him, taking his own land. If he go in and take people's land and taking their crude oil, and they fight against him, he calling them terrorists, and you're agreeing with him because you don't like him and you don't even like God. But he's coming up on you, and you're going to wish you had a head, but you can't turn this back. Because Jesus is coming in a spirit, and you ain't going to turn him back. It doesn't matter what kind of weapon or what kind of mindset you got. You're not going to turn Jesus back. You ain't going to do it. Okay, Ezekiel chapter 1. I'm going to go through this one more time, and I'm not going to talk to you about this no more. America is standing in the judgment of God. Ezekiel chapter 1 is the space shuttle, and the United States is the only nation that have one of these things. Now it came to pass in the 13th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river Chebar, Chebar, that the heavens were open, and I saw visions of God. It didn't say it, he said God. Take it and run with it. Right, because you're ignorant. I'm telling you this here, because you ain't concerned. You're still looking for a miracle. I have to come out with anger in my heart, because you are people, you stiff-headed, and you don't know what time it is. But you will cry for a prophet, and you won't have none. You don't looking at me because of what I look like. I'm not one of these men with these sharp suits strolling across the stage like a sage here, and you don't look at me, but I am the man that God sent, and you have to deal with it. Dear God, you don't like me. Because it's a little bit more time, and I'm not going to speak to you concerning this, because you're hard-headed. You deserve what's coming. In the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity, the word of the Lord came expressly to Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans, by the river Chebar, and the land of the Lord, and the hand of the Lord was there upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north. Did you understand that? He didn't say no east. He didn't say no west. He didn't say no south. Did you understand what I said? He said, came out of the north. That means this is the Gentiles, the peoples of the white race. This is who created this vehicle. You got to get tough with y'all. Y'all, you ain't going to hear. And the brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, and the color of amber out of the midst of the fire. He letting you know this was a machine manufactured by, it was not flesh and blood. He telling you this thing was not flesh and blood, but yet it lived. So it had to be a vehicle of some time manufactured in foundries through technology. This is what he's telling you. Also out of the midst of the fire, out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was the appearance and this was their appearance. Okay, he said 4 of them. They had a fleet of 4 of these things made, and he getting ready to tell you the appearance, what they looked like in symbol. So by him telling you the appearance, what they look like in symbol, I had to draw the symbols in the midst behind me on these here, so you could see what it was. This is the way it looked. It was the space shuttle. I had to make a symbol as it spoke.